What's going on, guys? Today is February 23rd, 2022. All-Star game, NBA All-Star weekend was last weekend, but it was a few days ago. Dunk contest, I did not watch it, but I heard it was trash. There's only so many things you can do in the dunk contest if they don't want to be anymore. I feel like dunk contest has lost its, I don't know, pizzazz, I don't know, something like that. Because it used to be dunk contest was cool, everybody wanted to do dunk contest. And then, most recently, dunk contest in, what was that year with Aaron Gordon and Zach LaVine? I think it was 2016. That was a good dunk contest. That was like the last good one that they had. I feel like they should have the dunk contest be like the dunk contest is not interesting. Like, if you watching the dunk contest, it's not cool. Like, if you miss like 4 dunks before you finally make it, like, it's not as cool anymore, because I've seen you miss 4 times, and I don't think they're allowed to practice their dunks. They just have to do it. So that's one thing. They should let them practice at least. Maybe they'll make it on the first time. It'll be a lot cooler. I don't know why that's a rule. But you guys can look it up. It is a rule. I'm not just lying out here. So yeah, dunk contest was trash. I don't even know. Obi Toppin won it. Karl Anthony Towns won the 3-point contest, so that's pretty cool. Big man winning it. And I heard MJ was talking trash to him before. So. Did you guys see that? Because, this year's the 75th anniversary of the NBA, so during the halftime of the All-Star game, they did like the 75 players, top 75 players, in 75 years, obviously. And, Michael Jordan, he got All-Star game was in Cleveland, by the way. LeBron James going back to Cleveland, but Michael Jordan got a louder pop than LeBron did in Cleveland. Well, it's kind of crazy. Well, not really, it really is crazy. So, because LeBron, he went back to Cleveland and brought them a championship, which he said he was gonna do. But I'm like the only person who thinks this, so this is gonna be a hot take. But when LeBron won the NBA championship and he was fake crying and shit with I don't remember if he had the ball in his hand like this or the trophy or something, but he was like, "Cleveland, this is for you." That was a fake. Cause you can see. Yeah. So we got LeBron coming back, which is it's dead period. It's dead period in like sports, cause basketball regular season basketball. I'm not talking All-Star break basketball, but like regular season basketball finished like a couple of days prior, so there wasn't really a lot and Super Bowl is over, football season is over, so none of that's going on right now. So it's kind of been a slow news week. So of course LeBron had to make it about himself when nobody was talking about him. So he basically said, throwing shade at. Okay, so Clutch Sports is run by LeBron's close friend Rich Paul. The group represents a number of premier NBA players, including LeBron and John Wall, who the Lakers the Lakers wanted to trade Russell Westbrook for. Well, not the Lakers. They didn't want to. LeBron wanted the Lakers to trade Westbrook, but it was LeBron's idea to bring in Westbrook, and he's basically the general manager for every team he goes to. So I don't know why he's taking shots not taking shots, because he will not, but like saying Sam Presti's like, I have the quote right here. He called Presti the MVP, citing his eye for talent, ensuring successful draft picks. Oklahoma City where'd it go? Oklahoma City has drafted Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, who on the Lakers, who LeBron tried to trade, James Harden, Reggie Jackson, Steven Adams, and most recently, Josh Giddey. Yeah, I like Josh Giddey. I just like his name, Giddey. And he be Joshin too. So, Josh and Giddey. But yeah. LeBron James. The Rockets reportedly tried to trade Wall to the Lakers at the NBA trade deadline. However, they wanted a first-round pick along with Westbrook, and the Lakers weren't willing to do that. And I don't understand the whole thing. Like, the Lakers team last year was better than the Lakers team they have right now. And what the Lakers' problem is, well, not the Lakers, LeBron, what his problem is, if a team's not doing well, he ships everybody out and gets new players, and it's a cycle. And LeBron is not the best GM. He's the GM of every team he's on, but he's not good at it. And he basically called the GM for the Cavs, who LeBron and him, well, they didn't like each other. They had some beef going on when he left the first time, and then came back obviously, and he came back and won them a championship. Not the first year he was back though. It took him 2 years. Yeah, but then he basically said how he's a good GM and all of this stuff. LeBron has never really, like, I don't know. He chose Anthony Davis, which I knew that wasn't going to work out because just Anthony Davis injury history on the Pelicans. So when he traded to the Lakers, I mean, it worked out for a year. He actually did play good in the playoffs when they won a ring, so that worked out. But now he's hurt again, so the Lakers don't have a winning record. They're not even in the playoff, top 8 seeds in the playoff. I think they're in the play-in tournament. I still don't think if a team like the Lakers are in the play-in tournament, I don't think a team that's playing them would want to play them. Like, I don't think it's like, oh, we have the Lakers, so we're gonna smooth out. It's still the Lakers. It's still LeBron. Who knows? And that's how good LeBron is. That tells you how good LeBron is. I'm over here saying all this stuff, and just LeBron. Basketball. That's another thing. Basketball is not a team sport, so you can have one player on your team that could basically win you a championship, like LeBron. Obviously, he had AD last year. No, not so much this year. But back to the Westbrook thing. LeBron wanted a Westbrook on the team, and obviously he didn't think that he was going to be playing this bad. And nobody on the Lakers roster organization, nobody thought that they would be in the situation they're in now, but they are. And LeBron at some point has to take some of the blame. Like, he's the one that constructed this roster. He was the one that wanted Westbrook on the team, and then when things are not working out his way, and he wants to get rid of everybody, he wants to deflect the blame to everybody, but he doesn't want to take any of it. And that's the one thing about LeBron that I don't like. You built the roster, basically. You shipped out Montrezl Harrell, Alex Caruso, and a couple Ian picks for Westbrook. So that was on you, dude. And then you want to take shots at your own GM, saying, well, not saying anything, but, saying stuff about the Thunder GM. Basically, taking shots at your own GM. I don't know how to sum that up, but I feel like LeBron needs to take some accountability and just, I don't know, if your team's not doing good. And I mean, what's the LeBron stats? LeBron James. What? LeBron James. So his last game, February 20. Oh, that's also a game, but February 16th. So, but 29. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 games. Starting February 5th. 29 points, 27 points, 30 points, 26 points, 30 points, and of course the All-Star game, 24 points, which This is a good transition right here. LeBron James obviously made the game-winning shot versus Team Durant. They won 163-160. Steph Curry, on the other hand, LeBron did. He put up 24, 6 rebounds, 8 assists. You could tell LeBron was trying to win that All-Star MVP because he was just chucking up threes, and he was only 2 for 11 from 3. Steph Curry, on the other hand, he set all kinds of records in the All-Star game. Stephen Curry is having the worst, although he's having the worst 3-point. I think he's out of the slump now. We'll have to see when they go back to play, but Steph Curry is having the worst 3-point shooting season of his career. But he reminded everybody why he's the greatest shooter of all time, and it's not really an argument anymore. Like, Steph Curry is the greatest shooter of all time. Top 5 shooters off the noggin. 1, Steph Curry. 2, Klay Thompson. 3, I have to go Ray Allen. 4, I have to go Steve Nash. Oh, not Steve Nash. Reggie Miller. 5. We're going to keep it at 4. I'm going to say those 4. Because 4 is an even number. 5 will throw everything off. But yeah. He broke more than one record on his way. He also won the All-Star MVP. He broke more than one record on his way to doing it. Which is his first in 8 selections, which is crazy. Because, well, when did Curry win his first MVP? I want to say it was like 2016. I'm probably wrong, but it's unanimous. I didn't like him, Curry. I mean, I don't say I didn't like him, but you know. But when did he win? Regular season MVP. What year did he win it? Come on, Google. Oh, 2014, 2015. So I was wrong about that, but it was close. It was close. But anyway, Steph Curry in his season 14-15, that's when he won his first unanimous MVP. Also, 2-time MVP, 2-time scoring champion, has made All-NBA 7 times, and is a 7-time All-Star. Pretty sure it's 8. I could be wrong. But yeah, in the All-Star game, he did one of the best All-Star performances in a while. 50 points, tied, well, second, too short of Anthony Davis set in 2017. He made 16 of 27 3-pointers, setting the record for most 3-pointers in an All-Star game. That's what the All-Star game should be like. The All-Star game, I also do like the way the NBA changed the All-Star game in 2020. By kind of adopting the Elam ending, which is a format where teams try to reach a final score, and traditionally that's how basketball is played. You know, you play to 11, play to 21. That's not final score, predetermined score. I mean, that's traditionally how you play basketball. So that's where it came from. Not basketball. It didn't come from basketball. Basketball just uses it. It didn't just originate for basketball. But for those of you who might know, each team, like the way the NBA did it, each team played to a predetermined score in order to win the game. They play the first 3 quarters of the game. Those quarters will be standard 12 minutes, but start with a 0-0 score. At the beginning of the 4th quarter, the game clock will be turned off, and a final target score will be set based on the leading team's cumulative score through the first 3 quarters. And then, of course, that target score will be the leading team's total score plus 24 for Kobe, in which the trophy was named after him now, and the first ever winner, of course, Steph Curry, the Kobe Bryant trophy. Also, in the All-Star game, there was the news about Chris Paul. He had something with his finger. Chris Paul will be out for the next 6 to 8 weeks because of an avulsion fracture in his right thumb. The regular season ends 7 weeks from Sunday on April 10th. The playoffs begin on April 16th. The Suns have the league's best record at 48-10, so, I mean, once play starts again, what's that timeline? Chris Paul, 6 to 8 weeks. The regular season ends 7 weeks. So in that in between, he could make it back. And Chris Paul is dealing. I feel like for the last couple of years, Chris Paul is always dealing with injuries, especially in the playoffs. Always comes short in playoffs, blowing 2-0 leads all the time. But Chris Paul in the playoffs, he had the meltdown with Houston, of course, with the Clippers. Of course, last year they went all the way to the finals before losing to Giannis and the Bucks. Chris Paul did have a lingering issue with his hand, and he's had multiple hand surgeries on that same hand that he's had a problem with, but that he's having a problem with right now. But yeah, I think the Suns at 48-10, number 1 in the West. They're not going to be as good, obviously, without CP3. But I think Devin Booker, if he can carry it, if he can carry the load, step up, which we all know he can. Look at how he played in the bubble. What was it a couple years now? Last year, that was last season, but it was a couple of years. Not last season, 2 seasons ago, but yeah, if Devin Booker could step up, DeAndre Ayton, Cameron Payne stepped up big last year in the playoffs. So if they can, 48-10, that's 58 games. There's 83 games in the season. To do this quick math, what did I say? 58. So there's 25 more games. 25 more games in the regular season. If they lose all 25 of those games, which would be crazy, they would be 48-35, which is still a winning record. So yeah, if they just wanted to lose out, if they wanted to go 0-25 for the next 25 games, they could. They'll still have a winning record. They might drop a little bit in the seeding, but a winning record, and that's all you need. Not really. That's not all you. What? My phone just fucking. The warning, the 20% warning, whatever. Fucking cancel my recording and shit. So yeah, if they can just go they can just go winless in their games without CP3. I don't know. That'll be something to see. Also, Juwan Howard, speaking of not going to be with the team, Juwan Howard, coach for Michigan. Any of you guys don't know Juwan Howard, obviously I just said coach of Michigan. Michigan was playing Wisconsin college basketball. Michigan was down by 15. Game was almost over. And Wisconsin, their coach had put their subs in, their backups, whatever you want to call them, put them into the game. And Juwan Howard, coach of Michigan, basically being a dick about the situation because he was losing. So he pressed him. And obviously the other players, their subs, they might not be as talented, I'm going to say that. But, so the Wisconsin coach, Greg Gard, had called a timeout. And Juwan didn't like that very much. So at the end of the game, this whole situation could have been avoided though, honestly. Because at the end of the game, when you watch the handshake, when you watch him go through the handshake line or whatever, you could tell that he was just going to blow right past him because you could tell he was pissed off. And that's another thing. People are saying like the handshake line. Do you need the handshake line anymore? Like, you guys are fucking idiots. Like, handshake line has been around for so long, and you do it after every game. It's not a big deal. You don't have to shake goddamn hands. You don't have to act like a child and slap another coach. I'll tell you about that. So they were going through the handshake line. Could have been avoided because he knew he was going to blow past them. But he stopped him, shook his hand, grabbed him by the arm, kind of like that. And Juwan Howard got mad about it. And by the way, his finger point was really good. That was a good finger point because he got it right up in his face. He really made his point known not to touch him. He said, "Don't fucking touch me." I'll remember that forever. So, which I don't think, obviously, it shouldn't have escalated to what it was, but I don't, because he ended up throwing, it wasn't a punch, throwing a slap to not even the coach he was mad at. Well, he might have been mad at the coach he hit slap. He slapped one of the assistant coaches for Wisconsin, and not Greg Gard, the coach that he was initially mad at. So I was confused about that. But then, his players. So Juwan Howard he got suspended for the rest of the season, the rest of the regular season, which is 5 games. Howard has been suspended for the rest of the regular season. The conference also announced that Howard has been fined $40,000. The conference also announced that Michigan forwards Musa Diabate and Terrence Williams II would be suspended 1 game for throwing punches, which if your coach is doing, if your coach swings, you gotta be like, as a team, if you see your coach swing or someone swing on your coach, like, oh shit, we're doing this now. You gotta have his back. He got your back. I got your back. Yeah, if I was on a team and I saw my coach swing at somebody, I'd be like, oh shit, we going. Nah, I'm just playing. I'll never really get into it like that. But I don't know. In sports, it can get heated sometimes, especially coming off of a loss. I know it can be he could be probably kind of heated and probably humiliated, probably because he just lost in front of a whole arena. But college pro or any sports coach probably don't get humiliated after one single loss because their coaches, they got to get through it. However, I'm not a professional coach because I think about that stuff. So I'm not built for like that. But anyway, being a coach would be cool though. For real, I don't know. I'll have to do a lot of studying before, but I'll think about it maybe in the future. But yeah, Wisconsin head coach Greg Gard was also fined $10,000, and Wisconsin guard Jacoby Neath has been suspended 1 game. Michigan, like I said, has 5 regular season games remaining. They are 14-11 right now, 8-7 Big Ten standings. So to go 8-0-5 in the next 5 games, they'll be 8-12 in the Big Ten, which they're not. 8-12 is a bad record. I wasn't gonna say anything about that. I'm gonna say they're not looking too good right now, anyways. So they probably saved Juwan Howard's ass because they lost that game. But you could say or Michigan fans or even him can be and if they lose those games, you can be like, well, I wasn't there for those games, so that's really not on me. But the reason that if you guys are in that situation and you guys want to even lost that game, well, it's because of you. So because you couldn't control your actions and slapped them, which the whole situation I don't really have an opinion about. I'm just I do have an opinion about it, but I don't really care too much about it, because there's 2 grown men. Obviously, Juwan Howard is much bigger than Greg Gard, so if they fought, we would know who would win probably, unless Greg Gard is sneaky athletic, sneaky. I'm just playing. Hey, but be careful though. The NFL and the XFL will share insights on new innovations that could include rule changes and the development of officials as part of a new partnership. And one rule that needs to go is the taunting rule, because how what? Like, how do they think that rule was gonna go? Like when they proposed it, like you can't taunt after after you might have scored a touchdown or like made a play that might have just changed your not only your life but like future generations' life because you made that one play. So like, but don't be excited about it because then I'm gonna throw a flag and it's gonna get taken back. So that's kind of weird on the NFL's part to put. I'll leave my cat over there. You can't see my cat, but the cat's just sleeping. I'm cold because it's cold outside right now currently, where I'm sitting. And it is not where I'm sitting. It's 17 degrees outside, but my apartment doesn't have the best insulation, so it does get kind of chilly in here. Yeah, especially at night. Like you wake up in the middle of the night and to go to the bathroom or something, it's like 58 degrees in here with wind chill at 20. Back to Curry, because he's the greatest three-point shooter of all time. Curry would add 2 more threes in the final minute of the second quarter. I'm gonna look up. Steph Curry. I looked up ranking the NBA's all-time greatest three-point shooters, and they go off of three-point percentage. Oh yeah, I knew I was forgetting someone. Kyle Korver. Joe Harris is pretty good. He's not in the top 5 though. I'll say that for sure. Of all time, he's not. 1 and 2 got to be Curry and Thompson. It's crazy that they're on the same team in the same era. It's crazy. The Splash Bros. They even got Reggie Miller on this list. The disrespect. God damn. Of course, it's by Bleacher Report. This article did come out in 2019. It's crazy. It's 3 years ago. But what? Okay, this article did come out in 2019, but I'm just gonna read it. So 3 years ago, this is what Bleacher Report thought about they thought Steve Kerr was number 1, Hubert Davis, Stephen Curry is number 3, and then Jason Capono and Steve Novak top 5. And just outside, they got Kyle Korver as the 6th man, and they got Steve Nash, Joe Harris, B.J. Armstrong, and Klay Thompson at 10. 3 years ago, Bleacher Report is still on the same shit they on. I don't know. Oh, that wasn't even the list. Oh, number 10. They got Glenn Rice. What do you do? 3-point attempts, 2,896. 40% from 3. I ain't gonna cap. I wasn't really. Mike Miller. I do remember Mike Miller a little bit. I don't remember. I wasn't watching NBA back when Glenn Rice was. But Mike Miller, though, I do remember. It was either Mike Miller or the Birdman from the Heatles. And LeBron, D. Wade, and Chris Bosh. The Birdman, dude was crazy. You got J.J. Redick, number 8. That's what I was thinking about. I was about to say it, like when I was doing that list off the top of my dome. I was gonna say J.J. Redick at 5, but I didn't, because that might have been a hot take, and you guys ain't ready for that. Dale Ellis for the Supersonics at number 7. Okay. They got Klay Thompson at number 6, still hella disrespectful. Because I know ain't 4 people better than him. Or 5. Steve Nash. I gotta get Klay Thompson better than Steve. I'll take Klay Thompson now. If you give me now, Klay Thompson now, coming off of back-to-back ACL injuries. I know he's not having the Klay Thompson season that everybody expects. At least the last time I checked, he wasn't shooting that good. That's what I heard. But right now, I would take Klay Thompson definitely over Steve Nash. Although Steve Nash is really good. Obviously, a Hall of Famer, back-to-back MVP. Obviously, Steve Nash is a legend, but when it comes down to threes, and like Max Kellerman likes to say, put that camera on me with a laser beam pointed down. Martians have it. You need 1 3. Who do you want? Klay Thompson or Steve Nash? Give me Iguodala. Number 4. Andre Iguodala? No, I'm just playing. They got Reggie Miller, number 4. Where's Ray Allen? Number 3. So who's number 2? Because if number 2 is Curry, this list is bogus. Kyle Korver. I forgot about him. Forgot about Kyle Korver. Stephen Curry, number 1. Stephen. Yeah. Now. Yeah. Did you guys hear Aaron Rodgers? I'm gonna look up. Cause he said yesterday I was watching the Pat McAfee show. And he said it. Shout out to Pat McAfee show. Just kidding. You're never gonna watch this video, but if you do, shout out. So if you know, you know. But yeah, he said he went on this kind of diet thing, like what was it called? It's like PK diet or something like that. 12-day cleanse. Let's read it. Let's read it for everybody to hear. 12-day cleanse that typically involves vomiting and laxatives. So, the cleanse begins with a special massage using specific oils that moves toxins into the gastrointestinal tract. That happens every day for 3 to 7 days. With each massage, why can't I say that? Followed by what sounds like a good amount of time. Okay. The cleanse then moves on to a Shadana stage, which includes therapeutic vomiting to help cleanse the lungs and remove mucus from the body. Next up is taking laxatives to rid the body of excess bile and improve the digestive system. Then comes a bunch of enemas, which removes feces, urine, bile, and other excreta that the body retains. Basically, he just shits guts out, really, for 12 days. Step 4, the Shadona stage, involves nasal therapeutics that help cleanse the sinuses, throat, nose, and head, which is believed to help reduce sinus congestion, migraine, headaches, and eye and ear problems. In addition to making it easier to breathe, someone dips their pinky finger in butter, known as G, and inserts the finger into the nose and gives a nasal massage. The final step involves the detoxification of blood, which is done through bloodletting. Bloodletting through this cleanse can include placing leeches on the body to remove a small amount of blood from the veins. Aren't that dangerous? Why would you do that? diet includes nothing but kitchery and G. I don't know what kitchery is, but they said G is butter, so. Oh, it's rice and veggies with clarified butter. Exercise, sex, music, TV, and other stimulating experiences are supposed to be avoided during the cleanse. No cold drinks, cold food, caffeine, white sugar, dairy, or alcohol. You should not do the panchakarma cleanse without a professional leading the way. So I hope you had a professional and he wasn't just eating butter. Yeah, he was not. That's all I got for you guys today. See you next time. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Really help out, and follow my Instagram at the Rundown 2022. I'll be dropping daily sports news on there. I'll be saying when my video is gonna come out, so you guys are updated. And yeah, so until then, check on there to see when you can see me.